coming heavy with the no-nonsense sound. Ain't no filters, we break the mold. Stories hidden, swept away, now they're getting told. Spotlights hit, the tension pops. We ain't here for nothing but the real damn drops. We're busting bubbles, taking names, cussing and discussing, changing the game. No smoke, no mirrors, no curtain calls. Piss on the fire and call the dogs. Steel chairs, court stairs, backstage heat. Legends fall when we bring that beat. Voices sharp, we cutting right through. Best damn team, yeah, you know it's true. We ain't your daddy's play-by-play. We call it raw, we're here to stay. From bell to bell, win or lost. Shoot, don't care who signs the checks or calls the boss. Putting out fires, taking names, cussing and discussing, fueling the flames. Standing tall when the last bell call. Piss on the fire and call the dogs.
Hello, wrestling fans. I want to thank you all for joining us for another edition of Cussin Discussin.
Number 84.
84. I am the doctor of professional wrestling, Mike Blankenship, PhD. Alongside me, the excellence of elocution, Walter Dixon. Tonight, we are live on the Cussin Discussin Facebook page, YouTube page, also simulcasting on the Elevate Pro Wrestling Facebook page. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, share, follow, whatever you have to do to make things happen. Numbers are going up. Numbers are going up. We picked up like, I don't know, 10 subscribers from last week alone.
Just from last week.
I know they can do better than that. I know they do better than that. If you haven't already, go do that. Tonight, we are talking a little bit of a different look at things. It's not our normal. We had last week Nikki Wild on. This week,
someone who's not new to Elevate Pro Wrestling.
Not in the least. And that being the only Brooklyn Ray, and we'll bring her in right now.
Hi,
hello.
guys.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you and your time. It's great to have you on here.
Great to be here.
Congratulations on your big win the other night, EWA Women's Champion.
Thank you. Have it right here.
Hopefully, you carry that win streak forward this coming weekend.
Well, not this coming
weekend, but the next coming.
Yeah, the 28th.
A week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Against, we now know, Nikki Wild, Jada Stone, and Ari Myra. Yes, thank you. We know Ari Myra is now the fourth in this, what is now a fatal four-way. It's looking like this is going to be an absolute brawl for the finish. So with that being said, for those that don't know who you are, tell us in your own words, who is Brooklyn Ray?
I like to think of Brooklyn Ray as just like this fearless competitor that's not scared to put her body on the line. Honestly, just fearless, has no fear, will do things that other people probably wouldn't do and take risk other people probably wouldn't take.
That is putting it mildly.
Yeah.
I mean, before wrestling for Elevate Pro Wrestling, you done some refereeing for us, and you were assigned to referee a match for Xander Storm versus Jamie Myra at Elevate Pro Wrestling Ground Zero. What went through your mind after that spear from Xander Storm?
Honestly, I don't know if anything went through my mind.
Well, I can
for a few minutes at least. It took a minute.
I'd say it did.
Have you ever heard the old dad joke about, you're driving along and a bug hits the windshield and somebody says, what was the last thing to go through that bug's mind?
His rear end.
It's butt.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the
accurate
position you found yourself in there.
Completely flipped.
Yeah, you were turned inside out. Xander Storm was absolutely distraught. He was tore up like a train wreck, realizing what he had done. And to his credit, there was a sense of humanity that there showed
was
in
indeed.
that.
I mean, definitely so. When you step through the curtain, what version of you are we getting?
When I step through the curtain, it could honestly be different every time. Like, I want to be unpredictable. I don't want people to be able to, like, know what's coming. So, I mean, generally, you'll get the same version of me. Like, I'm me, and that's not going to change. But just fearless, willing to fight, and adapt to whoever my competitor is. That's what I would say would be the change each time.
Yes. We've seen that fearless streak, not in just that spear that you took. We've seen you come off the top to the outside in matches against grown men. We've seen you do so much that most women wouldn't even dare to do. So aside from that fearlessness, what's maybe something people assume about you that they're getting completely wrong?
Aside from the fearlessness, I would probably say I get underestimated probably because of my size, because I'm a little smaller. So people might not see me as a threat as much, but I can use other skills like speed and quickness and, like you said, the fearlessness to get an upper edge on someone who may be even twice my size.
Yeah. And we've definitely seen that, putting your body on the line and using every tool at your disposal to get that leg up, so to speak.
And the Fiji Wild Man checking in because her teacher was me. Read the fact, you boys.
Oh, we know, Fiji. We understand.
We understand completely. Trust me.
So we'll get to that, being under that learning tree in just a second. But what was your first memory? When did you fall in love with professional wrestling?
It was very early on when I was really young. A lot of people have someone introduce them to it, but I kind of just stumbled onto it on my own. I think I was like 6 years old or something. I was just flipping through the channels, and I remember SmackDown was on, and I just put it on there, just for something to watch, and immediately I was hooked, and I've never looked back. Like, I knew from that moment that I loved pro wrestling.
What's a part of the training and breaking in that fans don't fully understand?
Honestly, probably that it really does hurt.
Yeah, I mean,
especially in the beginning when you're not used to, like, as you go on, you can kind of, brace yourself and know what to expect a little better. But in the beginning, it's like no one is used to throwing themselves on the ground. So that takes some getting used to. Even like hitting the ropes, that takes some time to get used to. It can leave like rope burn and stuff.
Very, very similar response to Nikki Wild last week.
Mm.
It's not human. Human nature opposes you doing something to yourself to cause damage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just instinct. Wayne Fielder here said, learning how to fall is a painful process, and that's absolutely correct.
There's no doubt. It reminds me, and we've talked about it before, the first time we had DJ ALX with us at the show, and he got in the ring and decided he was going to take a back bump.
Yeah. He forgot to tuck his chin and
back of his head,
and he set up in the middle of the ring holding his head, and he was young. He was 10, I guess.
10, yeah.
And he set up, and he was on the verge of some tears, and he just kind of looked up at me, and I was like, "Forgot to tuck your chin, didn't you?" And he's like, "Yeah," and he just bit his lip, and went on. But that's something that I'm sure every wrestler learns very, very early on. Tuck the chin, prepare for the hit, and
brace for impact.
I think everyone has at least experienced that once where they forget, especially early on.
Ropes
are also unforgiving.
Yes.
Seen many a guy leave the ring with rope burns on their back and the back edge of their tricep. And I'm sure that's happened to you as well.
Oh yeah. You have to like build up the callus, I think.
Yeah. So what was the specific moment in time when you knew that wrestling wasn't just a dream, that it was your path?
I always at least hoped in my heart that it would be my path, and I always deep down wanted it to be, but logically I wasn't sure if I could do it, like, financially, being in school, just comparing myself to other wrestlers. I didn't know if I like fit the mold of a pro wrestler, but I think the moment it become real is like the first time I messaged a company for training and they gave me the details and I'm like, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah. That's
who played the biggest role in helping shape you early on?
Like wrestler wise?
Yeah, sure.
Definitely in the beginning it was Repic and Fiji. Them two, yeah. I worked a lot with them. And they've taught me pretty much everything I know. So I owe a lot of credit to them.
Repic is absolutely insane. He's a phenomenal talent. Take nothing away from that. But he, much like you, and I'm sure part of your no fear attitude came from that. He is
absolutely.
He's definitely one to put his body on the line. And Fiji is maybe the toughest competitor we've ever seen inside the squared circle.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what lessons did you learn from them?
I basically learned like it's important to learn things the right way and be safe and take care of yourself and everyone in the ring. Make things look devastating, but be as least devastating as possible to the body.
Yeah.
Also, they just gave me a lot of like mental and motivational help too, not just all physical, like, believing in myself and telling me that they like see something in me. So that really helped too.
They weren't wrong. We see it as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
How much of what we see in the ring is the real you versus what is amplified?
I'm still working on separating the two. But the main difference I would say is go back to the fearlessness. Like Brooklyn Ray is like fearless in every aspect, and that's who I kind of want to be, but in my personal life I'm pretty cautious and anxious and kind of not as fearless, I would say.
Cautious in your personal life. I guess that that seems to be a dichotomy that we see a lot with wrestlers. Wrestlers usually they fall into one of two categories. Either they're fearless in the ring and out of it, or they're fearless in the ring and they're more reserved outside. There's kind of no in between on that opposite end. Now in the ring, you have guys that are more conservative, more reserved. There's guys that put their bodies on the line, guys that move a little slower, some move a little faster, but there's all in between over there. But in their personal lives, it's always either they're daredevils outside the ring or they're planted, seems like there's no in between there.
Yeah, definitely seems like a trend.
So do you see yourself as the hero, the villain, or do you plan on writing your own story here? You're not going to be boxed into one spot.
Yeah, I think that would be the best way to describe it. I kind of want to make my own path. I think at this moment, to the fans, I'm kind of the hero as of right now, you know, young underdog, you know, fresh, new, and, you know, friendly. They like me and stuff, but that might change someday. Who knows? Like, if I need to do something that's going to benefit me and the business, then that might change the perceptions that people have of me.
Yeah. Wayne Fielder,
I'll put it back up there.
Sounds a little bit like Rhea Ripley.
Gotcha.
So would you say that you have a similar sort of or anything in common there with the likes of a Rhea Ripley?
I mean, I think every women's wrestler would like to think they do. Like, I hope I do. She's an amazing competitor. I look up to her, obviously. Her charisma, her work inside the ring, she has like the full package, and I think that's what every wrestler wants to be.
Yeah. Put that back up there.
Yeah, definitely. Fans can be fickle.
Yeah, we've had that conversation on this show before.
We definitely have had that conversation.
The fans, they really are very fickle. They can change on you just in a heartbeat. So I think you're probably doing the right thing there by saying that you want to build your own narrative. You're not going to take more of a young. Oh goodness! Don't compare to that.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, that's horrible.
No, she is not more of a young buck.
No.
No.
I would say
that's actually a compliment to me.
I think she beat both of them.
Yeah, I agree.
Handicap match: Brooklyn Ray versus the Young Bucks.
I would say she's very much reminiscent of a young Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, definitely.
The speed and athleticism, the willingness to put her body on the line and do whatever it takes to win, reminds me of the Rockers era Shawn Michaels.
Yes, definitely.
I didn't account for the sun going down, so it's like almost pitch black out here now.
Quite all right. We'll live through it.
If you need to move to another space or whatever you want to do, that's fine. We
do whatever
wait.
you want to do.
I think I might do that.
Yeah, go ahead. You take whatever time you need.
Give me like 60 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine.
I'll drop her for just a second. All right, and we are back. We'll just wait on her for just a minute to get resituated.
Yeah.
Very informative, very well spoken.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, we know that Brooklyn is a young college student.
Kayla said she had to say it. Yeah. Jeez Louise. We don't allow dirty language on our show.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
we've done it ourselves. She's a college student. She's very, very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that I think plays very strongly into her wrestling. Is she's far more intelligent than her age would lend you to believe.
Fiji Wildman checking back in. Brooklyn is the best up and coming of this generation. Yeah, I agree with you. She is back.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Too much light. I don't know.
That's all right. You're fine.
No, it's fine.
There's like no in between, so I'm either being blinded or can't see. So
big compliment from Fiji Wildman. Brooklyn is the best up and coming of this generation. I gotta agree with Fiji.
I don't know about that, but I appreciate it. I wouldn't put myself on that high of a pedestal.
And Wayne checking back in. I don't know about Shawn Michaels comparison, guys. Shawn, came in with Diesel at his back. Brooklyn came in on her own. Well,
I mean, again, I was more referring to rocker era. Yeah, I was referring to rocker era Shawn Michaels, which more than predates Diesel.
Big Daddy Fool.
Yeah, Big Daddy. Never mind. Don't get me started on that jackass.
Oh Lord.
So yeah, that's definitely. But I stand by that statement. Yeah. I do. I see a lot of that. That late 80s, early 90s punk and grunge scene in you, and that is kind of where the rockers kind of fell into that at that time. We're talking about obviously the Ramones, UK Subs, and then on into Nirvana and that sort of era of music. I don't know what kind of music you actually listen to, but I have to assume that there's a little bit of that in there, considering that you have chosen Beastie Boys as your entrance music. I'm assuming that has a little to do with it.
Jake Reiner tagging in, I believe she has the talent to stand toe-to-toe with any competitor. She will go as far as she wants in this business.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Wow.
Again,
a lot of praise today.
Definitely so.
Does it surprise you that so many people inside and outside of the wrestling business have that high praise for you?
Oh, absolutely. Especially since I'm still in my first year. And just the fact that I always knew I wanted to wrestle, but I didn't know if I had like almost an overconfidence coming from within myself. And so for it to be like validated by other people is nice.
Go ahead. What separates Brooklyn Ray from every other woman in the locker room?
That's a tough one. Because everyone's reaching for the same goal at the end of the day. So differentiating yourself is important. I would say just my heart and passion for the business and wrestling in general. I know probably almost everybody in any given locker room has that, but I've definitely been in some where you can see it more than others, for sure. But yeah, just the drive to want to be the best and do literally anything in my power to entertain the fans and, make it somewhere someday. Like, hopefully this can be my career.
Just don't forget about the little hedge you stepped on to get to where you want to. Wise words from Jake Reiner.
It is.
It's actually something that I hold very dear to my heart. The Shinji kick on the way up or attached to the rear end you're going to kiss on the way down. And yeah, definitely so. What is one move in your arsenal that always gets a reaction?
I think the fan favorite as of right now is the walking the rope arm drag. That one always, I think pretty much every match I've done it, it's gotten the biggest reaction of anything. Close seconds would probably be the top rope crossbody or the head scissors.
We have seen just about all of those. I know I have in multiple videos, but are you holding anything back, or do you have anything new you're working on specifically for this EPW Women's Championship match?
Definitely. I'm always, even if I didn't have a championship match coming up, I'm always working on new things, and you can always be learning. Like, even if you've been in the business 30 years, you can always learn stuff. So, and I'm definitely at the time where I'm trying to learn as much as I can, work on as much as I can, and even sharpen the skills that I already have, because if you don't, then you could lose those skills, or
Yeah.
you don't want to get too overconfident in the things that you already know.
So
if you don't use it,
you lose it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are there any pre-match rituals or mindset routines before the music hits that you go through?
I would say, yeah, I have a few. I honestly expected, like, when I was dreaming of being a wrestler, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this and this and this. But the reality is, like, you're so busy and everybody's running around like crazy right before the match. It's hard to get anything in like that.
Yeah.
But definitely say a quick prayer, kind of just take some deep breaths and try to get in the headspace of Brooklyn Ray and kind of like embody that fearlessness, since I said that that's not necessarily something I'd inherently have in my daily life.
Jake Reiner, slight panic.
Yeah.
Well, from a commentary perspective, I can. Yeah, I do.
I mean, we have little routines that we go through before we start this show. We have little routines we go through before we start a commentary on a wrestling show. Yeah. So, those things, I think those are important to help you get into that headspace that you're talking about, to sort of drown out everything other than what you need to focus on to get the job done.
Yeah.
So what made Elevate Pro Wrestling the place that you wanted to make your mark?
Honestly, the atmosphere, the level of talent at Elevate is insane. Like, compared to surrounding promotions and stuff that I've been a part of in the past, like, it really was like way different and felt more professional, and everyone's just so welcoming, and just the overall atmosphere, it just has a more positive feel to it, like skill wise, personality wise, everything.
Yeah. That answers the next question. How does the Elevate Pro Wrestling locker room feel compared to others that you've been in?
Definitely like home. Like, I think we've all probably had some not as great experiences with other locker rooms here and there. It's just something that happens, but this one's definitely very genuine, and it's always just good vibes. Like, I've never had an issue here. And if I did, like, I wouldn't feel too uncomfortable to say something. Like, I feel like it would be resolved quickly. And
yeah, absolutely.
That's something that the powers that be at Elevate Pro Wrestling have always seemed to take very high pride in, is making that locker room feel like home. Yeah. We hear that from almost every person who's been a member of that locker room, whether it be once or 30 times.
Yeah.
Everybody says, well, I mean, it just feels like home. It feels like, there's little groups that kind of, maybe set together or talk, but that's
commonality of
that's life in general. But everyone seems to say, well, everyone was so welcoming, and everyone, and the booking and the agency of the thing seems to be very welcome and very open arms to people who want to come in and are willing to do the work and that truly love this business. I think we get that from almost everyone.
Absolutely. So what was going through your mind when you realized you'd be part of the first ever Elevate Pro Wrestling Women's Championship match?
Honestly, at first I didn't even believe it. I thought it was like a joke or something. But it really meant a lot to me, and I just remember being like shocked, but also like so happy. Like, this is such a huge opportunity, and obviously my goal now is to actually win the title. Like, that's what I'm dead set on. So hopefully I can use that initial shock and stuff as motivation to get the title.
Fiji Wildman check. Mike, we have our ritual if we're at the same show.
Mm-hmm.
Fiji, we do. We do.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
every time.
You've seen him do it.
Yeah, every time.
He looks at me like a.
He looks at you like he wants to eat you. That's what he looks at you like you're a T-bone.
Well,
medium rare with a nice crust.
A little bit of garlic and butter.
Yeah,
on
a little
it.
butter and garlic. Nice, a little parsley just for color. But I mean, that was your fault. You brought that on yourself. You didn't realize there was
something happened nearly 2 years ago, still haunting me to this day.
Yeah.
And we've since made up.
Yeah.
And he still wants to eat me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so Brooklyn, back on track. What kind of message are you trying to send to the EPW women's division as a whole?
As a whole, I would say that I respect all the women in the division, but I see myself on top. And so that's not to like disrespect or put down any of the other women, but I do see myself on top, and I'll do like work hard and do anything I can to get there if somehow I fall or am not there initially.
Look what the cat dragged in. Brock's Boulder. What's up, y'all? This guy.
What's up?
Brock's definitely needs to look at maybe getting Miss Brooklyn up there to Aftermath Pro at some point.
That would be
yeah.
Fiji Wild Man, you got that right, Walter.
I seen Fiji. He scared me.
He scares a lot of people, but he got a soft heart. Don't tell nobody that though.
Yeah, don't tell people.
Yeah,
he's liable to eat you.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've seen, but when you said that you want that locker room, you want that women's division to know that you see yourself on top, we both just kind of looked at each other like that's exactly
the only answer.
Yeah, that's the only answer you can give that's right, because we see you inside and outside that ring, and you carry yourself like a champion. You deliver in every single match that you're in, and we know that the future is definitely bright for you.
Yeah.
But
I mean, even in an official capacity.
Yeah.
When refereeing, she commanded respect.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's something that is hard to do, but definitely so.
So going forward, you're stepping into this ring. This is a fatal four-way to crown the inaugural Elevate Pro Wrestling Women's Champion. What does this opportunity mean to you? I mean, deep down, what does this? How do you feel about knowing that Mr. Moore seen you as competitor in the primary three originally, you, Nikki Wild, and Valeska, that you were chosen to represent the women's division right off the rip?
Oh, it's definitely a dream come true. Like, honestly, every young wrestling fan that wants to be a wrestler, they just dream of holding championships and like people seeing them as a champion and worthy of holding a title that represents a company. Because when you are a champion of the company, you do represent that company, for better or for worse. So,
and Brock's Boulder chiming back in. Y'all need purple microphone cover.
I
agree. We got a surplus of orange ones. If anybody needs an orange microphone cover,
I mean, we don't need them anymore.
We don't need them anymore. Actually, threw a couple of them away once upon a time, but that's me.
Yeah, we did. Well, that was just to make a statement.
Well, made it loud and clear, sir.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Kayla chiming back in. She was made for this.
Yeah,
I agree with that. And Fiji Wildman Brooklyn came a long way, and she has my respect and honor to know her. Love you, kid. Don't forget, we fight someday when the time is right.
Wow.
Fiji Wildman wanting a shot at the women's title.
Fiji wanting a shot at the women's championship.
Happy dogged.
It's a 5-way match now. Spoiler.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that's the case, then I'm sorry, but I got to bet on Fiji.
Yeah, I got to put money on Fiji there.
We'll have to team up against him.
Yeah. I mean, that would be like, when like 9 guys gather up on Big Show in the Royal Rumble and he bursts out and everybody goes flying,
I can think of a few places we can store them orange ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brooklyn. That's,
I just needed. That's just a sign that I don't want to see Fiji.
Do not want to see Fiji in a dress.
Fiji in a dress, no.
Fiji in an orange sundress.
It'd have to have flowers.
Yeah. Nice orange sundress with a little yellow.
Put a little bow in his hair.
Little daisies, a nice, bow
in his hair.
Yeah. We can make that happen.
We can
I promise
that.
I can make if I got to go to the Goodwill, I mean, we can make that happen.
All right.
Triple D.
Oh, God.
I'm done.
I can't do this anymore. People like Jake
So-
Rayner, no more. Oh, Lord.
You want to take that one, or you want?
I think I will.
Okay.
You're facing Jada Stone, Ari Myra, and Nikki Wilde. How do you prepare for so many moving parts?
Honestly, you can't fully prepare. You just have to. You can't prepare for them. You have to prepare for yourself and be confident in your moves and your abilities and offense, I think, because those are like 3 very strong competitors. Nikki's like the ultimate all-around competitor. She can be fast and quick, and she also has power and strength. So she covers all bases, I would say. And Jada is obviously a huge name coming from TNA.
Powerhouse.
Absolutely. Once again, speed and strength.
Mm.
And she also has that fearlessness and will jump off of anything or just completely dive onto anyone at any time. Yeah. And then I think the 4th competitor, Ari, I don't know much about her, so I think at this point she's the wild card.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen her wrestle. I don't know what her strengths are, so that's going to be the hard part, is not knowing until I'm in the ring with her.
Yeah. Mm. I'll check him back in. Let's see. Well, we broke in the boys, Jacob. High five.
You definitely broke
Indeed, you did. And Brox. I remember being Brooklyn for the first time. She ref one Grappling Inc. matches in Harlan. She came a very long way. She's got a great attitude and personality, works hard in the ring. She allowed me to give her a few suggestions. Very respectful in receiving the help. Excited to see where she goes. Absolutely, Amen. Absolutely, my friend.
Wow. I love you, Brox.
Brox is sometimes not given the credit he deserves. He has an amazing mind for this business. And he's a tremendous in-ring competitor as well.
Yeah.
So that's big words coming from him.
Absolutely. It meant a lot to get the advice from him early on. I remember the first time I ever refed for EPW, he gave me a lot of advice, and it was their match that I had, I believe. And he had seen me in the ring a little bit. He's like, "How long have you been wrestling?" And I'm like, "Actually, I have never had a match yet."
When you were talking about preparing for so many moving parts, as the doc said, you said it's almost impossible to prepare for that many opponents and prepare for so much that can happen in that. Right. And that raises this question: are you more calculated in the ring, or do you thrive on the chaos?
I think a little bit of both. I'd probably say more 25-75 in favor of the chaos, just because the adrenaline's going. You don't feel anything in the moment. Like, you can be more reckless, but I mean, you'll pay for it later. But
I think that's Repic talking.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Repic.
Yeah. He's had too much of an influence on me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like to be calculated too. You can't be all chaos or you're going to run yourself into the ground and it's not going to go anywhere. So you have to kind of have a balance, I think.
Yeah. Going into a fatal four-way match, what's the biggest danger in a fatal four-way?
Everything. Like, is there just one?
No, I can think of a couple.
Like having 4 people in a ring at the same time, like that's bound to be chaos no matter what. There's going to be people coming at you from all angles. You can't ever watch your back fully.
The fact of the matter that you don't have to be pinned to lose the match.
Exactly. That's the scariest part for me. Is you have to be aware of not only yourself but what everyone else is doing at all times.
Right now, Elevate Pro Wrestling we're still in sort of toddler stage. We're still a very young promotion, but we're growing in leaps and bounds.
Are you saying we're in our terrible twos?
Kind of, yeah. But what would it mean knowing that, Elevate Pro Wrestling plans on becoming one of the biggest and best around? What would it mean to have your name permanently etched into EPW history?
It would be amazing. And I can definitely see EPW becoming huge, talked about, like everybody, people from all over know about it, know about the wrestlers that wrestle here, and just the company as a whole. It would definitely mean a lot to especially be invested in the early stages. Like, it's cool to say I've been here since the beginning, basically. Not the very, very beginning, but pretty close. So, yeah, that would be super cool because I definitely see EPW reaching, like, extreme popularity and notice, especially at this rate.
My watch just died.
That's the goal we reach for. When you're not training or traveling, what does Brooklyn Ray do to decompress?
If I have any time to decompress, because like you said, I'm a college student, work part-time, and wrestle and train whenever I can. So when I have time to decompress, I honestly like taking some time to myself, like some alone time.
Yeah.
And just kind of winding down. I also just like spending time with my family and stuff, keeping it like in your close circle. Because with wrestling, you deal with so many people, like even fans and stuff that you may never see again. So I think it's important to bring it back into your inner circle to recharge sometimes.
I can agree with that completely because I understand. I work full time. I go to school full time. We do the podcast. Then you travel and do shows on top of it. It gets a little overwhelming at times, and there are moments that I'm like, "Am I crazy?"
Yeah.
Are you answering the question? Am I crazy, or are you saying yes in agreement?
Both.
I think we're all crazy,
and I'm in agreement that you're crazy.
Crazy.
No. Yeah, I'm not going to school, but I've got a family, kids, I work full time. It's just, you have to have time to sort of get your head out of that space and just let everything melt away.
Yeah.
For me, it is spending time with my family. Yes. That's how I decompress. But, you were part of it, used to, it was, we'd go fishing or we'd go, I don't have a lot of time for those things anymore, but I still find a way to decompress. Yeah. I just, look, when Alex comes down the hall and wants to talk about the next UFC card or whatever he's got on his mind. Yeah. That's a way to kind of just let the day melt off, is just have those conversations with family and friends. I get it.
So what music gets you locked in before a match? Is there anything that you listen to?
She's just going to go like this.
Yeah, I know what she's going to do.
And I won't do it. I won't do it. I do like rock music, pretty much upbeat. I don't think you can really listen to like jazz to get yourself pumped up. So you do have to have some like you have to have some drums and electric guitar in there to like feel it.
There is Louis Armstrong's "What a Wonderful World."
Yeah. What a wonderful world. Yeah.
What's something fans should be surprised to learn about you?
That's tough. I don't know. I think the first thing that comes to mind is just that I've been an athlete my whole life. Like before wrestling, I played basketball, soccer, ran track and field, ran cross country. Kind of done all of that. Got really into track. I was actually a state champion in track, so maybe that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's something I did not know.
We're all crazy here. Yes, we are.
Absolutely.
No idea.
We all just a little bit crazy. Some of us more than others. Yeah, I mean, there is some jazz that's upbeat and like,
yeah,
it's when you get in, and I'll be honest, I love old blues. Gets kind of gets the flow moving a little bit.
It was no hate to jazz. That was just the first thing that came to mind. That I need some like something upbeat,
Yeah.
Brock said he ain't crazy. Well, the Nile is not only a river in Egypt.
Yeah. Ricky Saints thing is
pretty jazzy. Yeah.
See, I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
Brock's ain't crazy.
No, Brock's ain't crazy. Everybody else is.
No, not in the least.
Everybody else is crazy.
Not the founding father of Aftermath Pro. He ain't crazy. No.
Is he like a forefather?
Could be Godfather. I don't know.
Brock's
he don't look Italian.
I don't look like a Godfather.
Stick an orange in his mouth and see.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's the most competitive thing that you do outside the ring?
I mean, I would have said like high school sports and stuff. At this moment, nothing really competitive, I would say. Maybe just, academic wise with like grades in college and stuff. So yeah, I think definitely the most competitive thing I've done though outside is high school sports.
Do you mentioned your grades there? I'm not going to ask you about your grades, but like, do you?
I'll pull up my transcript.
Yeah,
I had to submit mine the other day.
Do you sort of set a standard for yourself where you say, okay, if I'm not reaching this point, then I have to look at everything else and go, what do I need to kind of set aside so I can focus more on this? Because I know that a college education is important in today's world, and I know that you're probably working extremely hard, much harder than we know, to get that done. So yeah, do you set a level for yourself where you're like, okay, if I can't meet this standard, then something's got to give somewhere else?
I would say definitely, but I haven't gotten to that point yet because I kind of just take on everything.
Yeah.
And like refuse to give up anything else. I've almost made it with college though. I graduate in 2.5 months in May, so my 4 years are done.
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
We got to get to this one here. Forefather, I never met my Brock's.
I only met mine once.
And who's got better grades, the Doc or Brooklyn?
I'll put bets on that one.
I know who I'm betting for. Brooklyn's got me beat. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now. I can guarantee that.
Maybe. We'll keep that one kayfabe.
Doc is not. Hey, I'm not afraid to tell y'all the last year has been crazy. then this last semester started in January, and everything happening with mom at the end of January. I messaged my instructor and I just told him, I've got one class first part of this semester, and I told him, I was like, I'm fogged out right now. It's not going good. And they're like, just take your time, do whatever you got to do, and get your work in as quick as possible. Yeah. I'm like, thanks, I need that.
Well, that's extenuating circumstances too. So.
But I mean, even if not, it's not easy. It's not fun, and yeah, it's work. I mean, it's a job in its own. What, Brooklyn, is your biggest locker room pet peeve?
I don't want to call anyone out or make any enemies here. No hate to anyone, but I guess the biggest would be like if somebody needs a little deodorant, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I know we're all not going to smell great after a match, but if you're stinking before the match, that's a little like...
Hygiene goes a long way.
Well, we've run into a few that, you know, they were just coming through the door, and it's like, bro, no.
Yeah.
The up one. I feel attacked. She's the 25% earlier, and I bet Doc has finer math.
Actually, truth be told, the one math class I ended up having to take, Brox, I got 100 out of it. It's kind of surprising.
Google.
I don't know what you're talking about. What's this Google you speak of?
Google.
I don't know what you're talking about. No, no, nothing.
Yeah, so we've definitely
photo math.
Yeah, photo math. Thank you. Yeah. We've definitely run into a few of those, and I think sometimes maybe guys don't realize that you know. I just hand them a pack of baby wipes. Dude wipes. Yeah, carry some dude wipes. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. So now that we're into 2026, you've already picked up your first championship. You're just over a week away from battling for your second.
Mm-hmm.
What is your biggest goal for 2026?
Hold on to get these championships and hold on to them for as long as I can.
Gotcha. Wow.
Outside of like the physical hardware aspect, just having like matches that I'm proud of, making new connections, making the fans happy, you know, that's what it's all about. Like, if we don't have the fans, then nobody cares. Like,
right.
The titles mean nothing if you have no one to perform for. So,
amen.
Yeah, getting the titles, giving the audience a reason to want to come back to the shows and watch me defend titles, or fight for titles. Yeah, I have a lot of goals, I think.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there isn't. Yeah. What's a dream match you want before it's all said and done?
Whew. That's loaded, because obviously I could say like mainstream names.
Yeah.
I really would like to have a match with Mercedes Moné, formerly known as Sasha Banks. She was one of my favorites. Looking more inward, like more like could happen in the short future. I really would like to have a one-on-one match with Repic, just because I've learned so much from him. I've learned so much from him,
he's
and like
turned on you too. So
yeah,
like we have a reason now. Like
there's legitimate beef there.
Yeah,
we have the bittersweet relationship because I've learned so much from him, and he's like influenced a lot of how I wrestle and perform, and so I think it would be a nice trainer match. just for myself, I don't know if people would want to, if that's something fans would be interested in, but like just for
I would
myself,
be,
that would be a nice one.
from a fan standpoint, if I had one, then yes, absolutely, I'd love to see that.
As a fan, I would love to see that match. I'm sure most of the fans, if not all the fans, would absolutely agree.
Brooklyn would own Epic. It would be a fight.
And from a commentary standpoint, that would be fire.
Yeah, I'd love to call that one.
I think it would mean a lot to both of us,
yeah.
whether he would admit it or not.
So, going forward, what do you want to see the EPW women's division become?
I want it to become just as big and sought after as the men's. Like, I want the fans to come to see the women, not just be a secondary aspect of coming to see the male title defended or the tag titles. You know, I want to have that like same investment and just entertainment level. And I think that could definitely happen. And probably bring in female wrestlers from like all over, even.
I
to
think
like build a bigger division, and even if they can't be here every single show, it would be nice to bring in some like, you know, maybe some other names that are hot right now and be able to compete with them.
Some more people like Jada Stone, who's
exactly.
Been,
I think I can speak for Mr. Moore and say that the women's division isn't just a women's division. It's a,
in Mr. Moore's eyes, I do believe it is. It's not secondary to anything.
No, it's not secondary.
It stands on par with the men's division, and that's what the intent is there. So the fact that you have the same sort of outlook for it as you know, Mr. Moore himself, I think that's a very, very positive course.
Go ahead, sir.
If you could steal any wrestler's entrance theme, who would it be?
Man, that's tough. Because mine fits so well with me.
It very much does.
There's some good ones out there. You know, like Edge, CM Punk, Lita. I love Lita's theme. They all just like, you know, get you hype, and the crowd knows every word. That would be my dream one day, to have like, you know how the crowd sings the theme songs sometimes? That's just like so cool, I think. The energy is just unmatched.
Jericho's Judas always comes to mind on that.
And that was one of the first ones to, like, when Jericho first started coming out to Fozzy Judas, that was one of the first ones where people were actually singing along, like the entire arena was singing along, and you're like, wow. And we both went and downloaded that song immediately.
Yeah, fans and those who don't like him alive.
That brings up a question that you don't have here, but it
go ahead.
Are you partial to, because you mentioned Edge, Metalingus is phenomenal. I think it's one of the greatest entrance themes of all time. I think Voices, Randy Orton, another one.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people like the old CM Punk theme. I'm partial to the current theme. Cult of Personality by Living Color. But I'm an 80s kid, so you know. Are you more partial to the songs that are included lyrics, or do you like the Stone Cold theme, the Rock's theme, some of the guys, Bret Hart, these things that were their only instrumental, and Stone Cold's theme is undeniably one of the greatest.
Oh yeah.
But it's that intro, that glass, when the glass shatters, you know, there was the old, you know, when you hear the glass, it's your ass. You know, that was a thing way back. But are you partial to the lyrics or to the instrumentals?
That's funny because I've never even thought about it that way before, but I think just with my favorite ones, I would have to say probably I lean more towards the lyric ones, but I love the instrumentals too. Like, I couldn't imagine Stone Cold with a different theme. It just works for some people. I think it's just very dependent. Like, I couldn't imagine him coming out with some lyrics.
Yeah. I don't think you could write lyrics that would fit that.
Yeah. Exactly. And then some people don't even need lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hardy Boys. Another,
Yeah,
absolutely.
So, on that same note, describe yourself using song titles.
Oh, wow. I suddenly just forgot every song in the world. Oh, shoot. I guess there's only one right answer, and it's just one title. Gotcha. And it's No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
There you go.
Gotcha.
That's the safe answer. And if I have something better come to my mind, I'll tell you. I'll interrupt you later on.
Interrupt and tell us. Go ahead.
I have to, when you first came to me and you're like, hey, I'm coming out to this, I just kind of sat back and I went, dang. I mean, couldn't be any more perfect.
No.
And it lends itself to be used in a promo. It lends itself to a tagline for you, Brooklyn Ray.
Yeah.
That is, I think it's flawless. Yeah. It's exactly what your character, I hate to call it a character, what Brooklyn Ray deserves, what she needs.
Yeah.
Because we know that Brooklyn Ray is just Brooklyn Ray. It's just you.
Yeah.
Yes. No Sleep Till Champion. Yeah.
Definitely so.
Go.
No Sleep Till Champion, bro.
When your career is all said and done, what do you want your legacy to be?
I want people to be able to look back positively. Maybe like, I wouldn't say necessarily trailblazing, but like continuing the women's like revolution and popularizing women's wrestling, because that's all just happened like recently within the past like decade. Just continuing that and being able to say that I had wrestling matches just as good as the men, or like, I think I would want my legacy to be that I helped bring women's wrestling up equally to be just viewed as wrestling and not always just women's wrestling, because you don't call wrestling men's wrestling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And we're old enough to remember when
women's wrestling wasn't always treated fairly.
Right. You could go through 3 or 4 shows and never see a women's match.
WCW went years.
And when you did see a women's match, it was one quick singles match and done.
Yeah.
And they were still doing the biggest move that every female wrestler at the time done was
hair pull
grabbing the hair and swinging the girl out of the corner by her hair and throwing her across the ring.
Yeah.
A lot of it was just slaps, kicks, and a drop kick on occasion, which, don't get me wrong, I think Bambi had a phenomenal drop kick. But
it's come so far though.
It has totally turned a corner now, and women's wrestling is not just a fleeting moment anymore. It's a standard part of the show, and you expect it.
What's your go-to meal after a show?
Well, we're on a budget, so it's usually, I mean, it's not always what I want, but it's usually a McDonald's $5 meal deal.
Yeah. Normally it's McDonald's, Wendy's, or if we're lucky, Waffle House.
Yeah. which I rarely have Waffle Houses on my way to shows. So like I never get lucky with that. It's usually McDonald's drive-through.
Yeah.
Double cheeseburger, 4 nuggets, fries, and a drink.
Yeah.
Or if we're down in Harlan area, it's Racks.
Yeah. If we're in Harlan, it's Racks.
I still don't understand why she don't want to drive from Oliver Springs to Harlan.
Yeah, it's only like 3.5 hours.
I mean, yeah, asking a lot.
So who hits harder than most people think?
Whew. In EPW or like any of my experience?
In general.
All over.
In general.
I would have to say Fiji's wife, Lady Inferno.
Ooh. I would have never expected that.
I could see that.
Yeah.
She carries a pole axe around with her.
And sometimes a torch.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Do it.
She is
a great person.
Yeah. We love Fiji and Lady Inferno. And we definitely want to see more of them in Elevate Pro Wrestling Ring. But
it goes back to what I always say. The first match we ever called in professional wrestling was in a high school practice gym in Betsy Lane, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Fiji with Lady Inferno with Jax as his opponent, and
Zexy Z
was referee.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What's the most chaotic thing you've ever experienced at a show?
Like inside a match or like outside a match?
Wherever. It could be behind the scenes. It could be in the locker room. It could be out back after the show, fan interaction, whatever.
I would probably say I had a cage match, and I would say that would probably be the most chaotic. There was definitely some blood involved. Aside from that, you get the occasional male fan who gets a little too touchy.
Yeah.
So that's like on the bad chaotic side. The blood in the steel cages on the good chaotic side. So.
When we spoke with Nikki Wild last week, she brought up that whole thing with male fans sometimes get a little carried away. Do you have I'm sure you have the same issue. Male fans maybe get a little touchy, or maybe they're in your DMs on occasion, that kind of thing. How frequent is that, and what do you have to say to those people?
I think it's more frequent in DMs because it's not like face to face, so people are more confident to just send you random or weird messages, and sometimes people don't mean anything by it. You just have to know the balance of interacting with your fans properly and respectfully, and kind of separate that from people who might be taking it too far or wanting something more than just to be a fan of you.
Yeah. Nikki said that, I'll paraphrase, but she said, people send messages and this and that they definitely take it too far. And she's like, look, I'm married, and you got to stop this. So, what would you say to those people that do take it too far?
I would just encourage them to be respectful. I mean, telling someone not to do something in a hateful way is just going to make them do it more, probably. Yeah. So I would just encourage the mutual respect, because at the end of the day, this is our job, and we perform for the fans, but there has to be a line. You don't have 100% access to our lives. Outside of the ring, we need to be treated just like any other person or stranger you meet.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if male or female, doesn't matter. Fans need to know that they need to treat everyone like a human being.
Yeah.
And not to overstep those boundaries.
Most fans are great. This is like the exception and like the the one bad apple. But most of the fans are great, and I'm definitely not saying anything bad about the average normal fan.
Right. And we completely understand that. I mean, we're not getting hounded in our DMs or anything, but there are occasionally fans that they become too much in your face. They try to be they approach you like they're like your longtime buddies.
Yeah.
And it can feel a little disrespectful. Even for us. And like I said, we're not getting,
they ain't lining up
for
us, old man. Let's just be realistic.
They're not.
I'll send them your way next time.
They're not sending eggplants in our DMs or anything. So we're not, that's not the thing. But we have had a few fans that just they come and just like stand right in your face and like, you gotta back up just a little bit. I don't know you. I don't want you right in my grill like that.
It's like Kayla said, a little respect goes a long way, and it does. To that point, I've had fans show up at shows that were adamant that they were going to be my saving grace.
Yes.
Take down anybody that they need to and start naming names, in so much that I actually messaged one person that night and was like, you better be glad you're not in the building tonight. You'd be dead.
Yeah.
I mean, people take things too far sometimes.
Yeah. And look, I don't want to kayfabe, shoot work, whatever, but fans sometimes don't know when they can't determine the line between shoot and work,
which is good in some aspects. I mean, to a degree.
Yeah, you want to blur that line, but also there's a little bit of
common sense should tell you.
I would say on the same side of that coin, like the harassment that that a lot of female wrestlers face is like the same as, not the same, but like can be seen in the same context as fans harassing the heels when they can't like I know we've all seen videos and stuff of wrestlers who are just being heels, doing their character, doing their part, getting attacked and like jumped or whatever.
We've seen our share of that.
Well,
it's sketchy when fans show up at wrestlers' houses too.
Oh, I'd say
I don't doubt that a bit.
Well, like Jimmy Hart said that they found that they got that dart out of his butt.
Yeah, somebody shot a
blow dart into his butt after a show.
They was packing him out from the ring over their shoulder, and Jimmy's rear end was shining. And they hit him with a blow dart.
He thought somebody had burned him with a cigarette. And he was like, "These are brand new." He was worried. He was like, "These are brand new pants, and now I'm going to have a cigarette burn in the butt." And no, it was a blow dart. And they're like, "What? It could have been poisoned." I mean, it could
have been anything, especially that time frame. I mean,
who was it? I'm not trying to take away from you, Brooklyn. I promise, but it just raises the. Who was it? It was a fan had tried to tackle.
It was Adrian Alexander up in
No, not that. I'm talking about in like back in the 80s. It was Hercules Hernandez.
Yeah.
A fan had tried to tackle Hercules Hernandez, which did not go over very well. He might as well have been hitting a brick wall.
Yeah.
And a bunch of the guys took him backstage and worked him over a little bit and had him sitting in a chair when Hercules came back from his match. And Herc picked him up and like kind of in his face and said, "Hey, this is not where you want to be." And then slapped him.
Yeah.
He did not hit him with a closed fist. He slapped him, but I think it was Jimmy Hart said, no, it might have been Jim Cornette. It was Jim Cornette said that he slapped him so hard the guy flew across the room about 6 feet into a wall and collapsed. And Cornette was like, "Why did you not punch him?" And he's like, "I didn't want to kill him."
Yeah.
This is something you got to understand about, hey, from our favorite demon baby, Nakeem the Dream.
Nakeem's here.
I know you and Nakeem and Ethan. I've seen you all kind of bunched up at times, and Nakeem's better half, I guess.
Better 3/4.
Yeah, better 3/4. You guys I've seen you all together kind of after shows a little while, and what's your thoughts on going forward, Brooklyn, on Nakeem's match with Grappling Inc. next weekend?
Ethan gonna have
That's a tough one because, I don't want to pick sides because you have.
Brock's just said nice things about
Brock was just saying all these great things about me. So I guess I'll be a neutral third party for that match. But typically I am rooting for Higher Dreams. And I would like for all three of us to be champions. Me, Nakeem, and Ethan. We need to get that championship picture for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Would love to see that. Go ahead.
What do you want to say directly to the EPW fans ahead of the Fatal 4-Way?
I would like to say I hope you're ready to have your minds blown. That's big pressure that I'm putting on myself and the rest of my fellow competitors, but I think we're going to do everything we can and give it 110% as the first EPW women's titles match to make it something that people won't forget. So I just hope the fans come in with an open mind. I hope they come in with knowing who they want to win. I hope they cheer loud for their favorites, boo their least favorites. I mean, cheer me, boo me, whatever you want to do. Just enjoy yourself and make noise, basically.
Yes.
So somewhere out there right now is a young girl, 6, 7, 8 years old, that's watching you and thinking, I want to do that. What do you say to her?
I would tell her that I was literally her at one point. If I can do it, then anyone can, I feel like. So I would just tell her to always keep that passion and love and motivation in her heart for the business. And when she gets old enough to start training or whatever, to take that step, and she'll know. In your heart that this is what you want to do, and to not give up on it, because it is really hard at times. The traveling, having to have, probably 99% of indie wrestlers having to have shoot jobs, just to pay the bills. You really have to love it. This isn't something you accidentally fall into. So,
no.
Yeah. Nakeem had a comment here for you.
What was it?
Overheard that the Psycho Camera lady loves you and wants to join our picture too.
She can be front and center. We're just in the background,
Absolutely. So, wrapping it up, tell us, where can the fans follow you and show their support at for your journey?
So on Facebook, I just changed my display name. You can find me at Brooklyn Ray.
Gotcha.
I am on Instagram. I think that's under jaylee.martin. So I don't know who that is, but you can find me there too.
Yeah.
Keeping it alive.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Don't
know. So find you on Facebook at Brooklyn Ray.
Yeah, I would say that's where I post the most, show updates, where I'm going to be, stuff like that. I'll always repost that kind of stuff. So I think Facebook is the best bet for if you want to keep up with me.
And if they want to see you live and in person, they can find you at any Elevate Pro Wrestling show and EWA.
Absolutely, and I will be in Evansville, Indiana tomorrow for Hooligan Championship Wrestling. I have a tag title match.
Nice,
awesome,
very nice.
Yes.
So get out, show your support for Brooklyn Ray, and hey, we appreciate you so much for coming on tonight and spending.
I appreciate you guys.
With us. We've had a great time. Wait a minute, hold on, hit the brakes.
What is it?
Nikki Wild is here. Can't wait to be in the ring with Brooklyn Ray.
I can't wait to be in the ring with Nikki Wild. I mean, come on, she's a superstar already.
Yeah. Definitely going to be a great match. I look forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's going to be a phenomenal match. Brooklyn Ray, Nikki Wild, Jada Stone, Ari Myra.
Yeah.
This is going to be a tremendous night for wrestling, an even bigger night for women's wrestling. And this could be starting off at a very high peak.
Could very well.
For Elevate Pro Wrestling women's division.
That's fact.
So we're looking forward to that. We look forward to seeing both of you ladies in the ring 1 week from tomorrow.
That's it. We're going to be in Claiborne High School at the gym. Going to be a great night of action.
Absolutely.
We're going to get ready. Hey, again, Brooklyn, thank you so much tonight for stopping by. We appreciate you very much. And
thank you guys for having me.
Seeing you next weekend.
I will definitely be seeing you next weekend.
All right. You take care now. We'll let you get back to whatever you need to do.
Thank you guys so much.
Get that homework done.
Yeah, get the homework done.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All
Don't remind me.
Understand. Have a great night.
You too. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Tremendous young lady.
Yes, absolutely.
A phenomenal in-ring talent.
Let's see here. No sleep till champion Brooklyn Ray. Let's go. Kayla H. It's going to be a brawl. I agree. And Nakeem, that's gym work. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. Gym work.
Yep.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, that's going to be a great match. And of course, Elevate Pro Wrestling Reckoning taking place February 28th, 2026. Doors opening at 6 p.m. Bell time 7. Claiborne High School in New Tazewell, Tennessee. The matches are set, my friend.
Yes.
They are set indeed. It will be for the Elevate Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship and a homecoming.
Yeah.
For the Appalachian Animal Brutus versus his brother.
His arch rival,
his friend, his foe, his nemesis,
Division, Xander Storm.
With Mr. Five Star.
Mr. 5-Star.
Yes, sir. And you know when Charlie Craig's out there, something's going to give. Can Brutus conquer Xander Storm and regain?
Can he conquer the Mafia?
Yeah, basically it's a dogfall in that matter. I mean, can he regain that Elevate Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship that he was forced to vacate due to injury?
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be interesting. Of course, the Elevate Pro Wrestling Women's Championship match as the Hardcore Heartbreaker Nikki Wild taking on Jada Stone, Brooklyn Ray, and Ari Myra. We've talked to both Nikki Wild and Brooklyn Ray, and
wish we had time to get Jada Stone and Ari Myra on here, but
time just does not allow for everything to happen.
For it.
And
we may try to get at least one of them next week.
Hopefully,
maybe,
if possible, we'll do anything.
Grappling Inc. Grabbing Inc. going to determine a winner, and it's going to be all war and still EPW inaugural tag team champions Higher Dreams, Ethan Higher and Nakeem the Dream.
And Nakeem making his claim.
Making the claim here.
That's it. It's going to be for the Elevate Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Higher Dreams defending against Grappling Inc. It's a return match from feast or famine.
Yeah, feast or famine.
Yeah. Can Higher Dreams pull out another victory?
Yeah.
They're on a roll.
They are on a roll.
They are on a roll. So that's going to be an interesting match. The EPW Next Level Championship, the Spartan Zach Apollyon with Mr. 5-Star Charlie Craig going up against the Hammer Jake Rayner.
Yep.
I got my money on the working man. The Hammer's going to take this one. I've got a gut feeling about it.
I have to put my money on Jake Rayner there. Yeah. I'll be honest. That is, we have seen Jake Rayner try, and each time that he has been up for that, placed in that challenge position, he's come out short simply because he's been outnumbered.
Yeah.
And I fully hope and pray that this is his night.
Yes, indeed. And the number one contenders match for the heavyweight championship as the best of the best, Andrew Thomas with Valeska taking on No Limit Matt Diesel.
That should be an absolute barn burner.
That's going to be a phenomenal match. I really and honestly, it could go either way.
Yeah.
It can honestly go either way. A number one contenders triple threat for the Next Level Championship, the Undead Tragedy Repic with the Neon Enigma versus the Golden Child Evan Golden and the Aerial Assassin Skyven with Scarlet Fox.
I think Enigma and Scarlet Fox are going to kind of cancel each other out there.
Indeed.
Let's hope.
May very well.
Go ahead with the last one there, Doc.
Go ahead if you don't care.
And then finally, we will have the guiding light, Michael Gabriel, taking on the wrestling machine, Corey Sparks. These two are tremendous, tremendous talents. We've seen them multiple times in Elevate Pro Wrestling rings and other places. And that should be an absolute barn burner as well. For my money, look, it's going to be hard to beat that EPW Women's Championship. It's going to be hard to beat that number one contender triple threat for the Next Level title. But if any match on that card has a chance of being match of the night over those, it's the guiding light Michael Gabriel versus the wrestling machine Corey Sparks. That could be a technical masterpiece.
Could very well. Great card. Of course, Elevate Pro Wrestling Reckoning brought to you by the following sponsors: the City of New Tazewell, Tennessee, the City of Tazewell, Tennessee, the TNT Fire and Rescue, Tazewell, New Tazewell Fire and Rescue, Claiborne County Sports Zone. Go ahead with the rest of it.
Wood Lake Golf and Lodge, Gatos Tacos, Phoenix Weight Loss, Jose's Casa Mexican Restaurant, Sandra Academy of Salon Services, and the Claiborne High School, home of the Bulldogs. Oh, oh.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Hey, also definitely want to say a big hats off and thank yous to our good friends out there down at the Tri-County DAV.
Yeah.
We miss you guys. We will be back as soon as possible.
In March, I do believe.
Hopefully so.
Yeah.
Hopefully so. Our friends down at Time Warp and 16th Street, Ashland, Kentucky, and the kiosk at 500 Winchester Avenue at the Ashland Town Center Mall. Go down there, see our friends at Time Warp, and always our friends down at a walk-in time, 1626 6th Avenue in Charleston, West Virginia. And we cannot forget about our friends and family down at Aftermath Pro.
Yes.
They've just started the training school, getting ready for some shows. Hopefully those to be announced coming up.
We do know of a booking or two, but nothing has been released yet.
We're still waiting.
They're still working on some other things, just ironing out the details there, and we will get those details to you as soon as we get them in hand.
Indeed, we will, sir. And if you will take the rest of them.
Yeah. Hashtag Nikki Wild, Kimberly.
Yeah.
Gary Anderson.
I think that was her in-law.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not wrong. Shoot me.
Also, a shout out to Harris Home and Lawn Service of Paintsville, Kentucky.
Yeah, I forgot to put the information on there. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You can check them out on Facebook at Harris Home and Lawn Service. They have a whole list of different, things that they provide.
Yeah.
I can't think of the word I was going to use. It was there and then it was gone. Services that they provide. Also, Stevens Handyman Service of Pikeville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Check them out. Facebook, and they're available for many services as far as carpentry and in-home work. Harris Home and Lawn provide many other services, moving and landscaping and other services.
Yeah.
And of course, there's some overlap between those two, and we don't try to choose between them.
Nope.
But also big shout out to our friends Bob and John at the Indie Wrestling Experience, IWX. Check them out. They do a tremendous job highlighting independent wrestling the world over and just putting eyes on product, and we love them for it.
Yeah.
Also, would be remiss if I didn't mention the Wrestling Society Network. Brady, Bear, Brox, Amy, the whole crew over there at Wrestling Society Network, they have taken so much time out of their own lives and put in so much effort to bring tons and tons of wrestling-related content to one space. And you can check them out at thewrestlingsocietynetwork.com. Also on Facebook at Wrestling Society Network. Be on the lookout for their standalone app, and you can still check out their app on Roku, Amazon Prime, and Apple TV. So tons of places to check them out.
Hey, look here. Ethan Hirsch.
Ethan!
Larger than life he is. Larger than life.
And I would, last but certainly not least, I would be beat with a stick if I did not mention my wonderful wife, Sheena Dixon, at Sheena Dixon Photography on Facebook. Check her out for all your photography needs, be it family photos, school photos, weddings, divorces, sports photos, whatever the case may be, graduations, homecomings, proms.
Mm-hmm.
You can check her out for all of that. I think she's getting ready to start doing Easter minis. So check her out over there at Sheena Dixon Photography on Facebook.
How many?
2.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And Ethan ready to see Brooklyn Ray bring back another championship on the 28th.
Right.
Hey, it's going to be interesting, and there's one way you can find out, and that is to show up in New Tazewell, Tennessee next weekend.
Yep.
And be part of the action, be part of the crowd that is Elevate Pro Wrestling. You can check out Elevate Pro Wrestling on Facebook, YouTube,
Instagram, X, TikTok,
Thread at Elevate Pro Wrestling, on the website at www.elevateprowrestling.com. And yes, Brooklyn Ray, absolutely, we enjoyed having you and can't wait to see you next weekend. Looking forward to it. And as always,
we could see Brooklyn 2 belts.
Could see Brooklyn 2 belts.
Just saying.
And if you haven't already, hide the banner just for a minute, because if you'll notice down in the lower corner of your screen, there is a QR code. If you scan that, it's going to take you to our link tree where you can find Cussin and Discussin on.
What happened? There we are.
It just flickered.
Yeah.
I don't like it. You can find Cussin and Discussin on YouTube, TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook, and our website, theCNDshow.com. Yes. Remember, like, subscribe, share, follow, whatever you got to do to spread the word. Let's get those numbers up. I mean, I feel like we're missing something here. Those numbers need to be doing this right here, because you all are the greatest fans in the world, and the more people we reach and more people we talk to, the more we love it.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we've had 2 great weekends that we've done shows, or 2 great weeks rather. We've turned out some decent numbers, and I'm kind of pleased with that.
Yeah.
But sir, do you know what time it is?
I think it's time to piss on the fire and call the dogs, Doc.
I agree with you, sir. So with that being said, for the excellence of elocution, Walter Dixon, I am the Doctor of Professional Wrestling, Mike Blankenship, PhD, saying to you until next time, so long from the Bluegrass State.